The ThinkPad E14 Gen 3 doesn't feel like your typical ThinkPad. Given the history and intended market for the E series, this makes sense. Most notably, and from experience, it is the E15 and E16 models that have incredibly poor build quality and often will have internal component failures. The E14, on the other hand, typically seems to be a better built option. As you might expect, this laptop, since it is a ThinkPad, it shares a lot of design motifs with other contemporary ThinkPads. However, it is in a manner that feels far less premium, hence why I say it doesn't feel like your typical ThinkPad. Unlike most ThinkPads, this device is constructed exclusively of aluminum and plastic, as opposed to the majority magnesium chassis and frame that most ThinkPads still share today. As a result, there is significant flex in the chassis, and the weight distribution also feels changed when compared to most other ThinkPads. I'll show the chassis flex right now. Hopefully that gave you a good idea for how much flex there is on this device. Furthermore, this device does include the classic spill-resistant design on its keyboard, whereby liquid drains through the device instead of pooling inside of it. The keyboard, it also feels spongier than most ThinkPads, and the keys don't feel like a normal ThinkPad. They're a rough plastic as opposed to smooth plastic. However, as time goes on and you use the keyboard, the rough plastic turns into a smooth plastic. And further, I would still argue that this keyboard is better than what you can get in most laptops. Finally, the trackpad, it's a little smaller, like a few millimeters smaller than it probably should be, and this is likely in an effort to reduce tooling costs during manufacturing.